Test. 1, 2, 3. Okay, looks good. Oh hey, I'm live now. Okay. I got this. I got test piece printing. Let's do. Okay. Let's check these thread properties. Can I hide the chat? That's kind of frustrating. Get yourselves organized down there. Okay, hang on. Oh, I can pop the chat out. Okay, there we go. That's nice. Got a whole bunch of other monitor stuff going on. Right, okay. So, we got the carrier. We're going to... We got 42.9. We got cut threads. We want to extrude on the other side. So, we want to make up a mock of stand first. This piece is 47 down at the bottom. 46, probably have to be precise about this. I just measured it in the middle, I guess. 46.8 in the middle, and I'm gonna guess like 3 degrees draft. Shoot off space. Let's see, I think I wanted to do it front to back. No, I should do this right. Okay, so we got 46.9 across front to back. I have no idea how I'm going to make this thing a proper pinch hold in there. That's going to be kind of fun. Oh, you don't know? I know how I can do it. Oh, and lower the recommended bit rate. Let's fix that. Can I change that on the fly? What's the recommended bit rate? 4,500. Okay, that should look a lot better now. Maybe. Analytics, tell me something. It's not giving me any. Whatever. Okay, 46.9, lengthwise, 40.35 at the base. No, 40.35 across. So we'll do that. That seems pretty reasonable. Oh, God, I wish I just had, like, I could get good dimensions for this. 46.9 is pretty close there, though, so I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah, okay. Overall height, 11.9, which means it's just gonna be slippery, slidey all over the place. And I'm gonna take a wild guess at 3 degrees draft. And then probably check the top width here. See if that's right. So I got 40.1. Okay, so maybe it's only 2 degrees draft. This guy over here. 2 degrees. Boink. And now, how are we? I got 39.52. Still. So I'm holding the thing in my hands here. And I got 40 almost on the dot. And down here I got like 40.3 across. So I gotta bring it 20 thou down over 11.9. Hang on, wait. Let me do the math here. A10 0.02 inches divided by 11.9 millimeters in degrees. 2.5 degrees. This seems pretty reasonable. It's a little smaller than I think I've designed parts for in the past. But oh, I need to publicize this. What am I doing? Can I get like a... Oh, here we go. Oh, alright. gonna go share this a couple of places. What am I modeling up? Nobody's here to tell me what I should call it. For my soldering iron holder? Portable soldering iron holder. Alright, copy link address, make sure it's, oh god. I'm gonna put it up on, I can't tell if it counts me as one of the concurrent viewers, it's very irritating. I'm just gonna go put it up on Messenger probably. I'll just put it up here. Oh, you know what? I can go put it up in some Discords. That'll be extra weird. Whoops. I got the wrong monitor over here. There we go. You get inundated with people. I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, so we got like looks like maybe a 2mm radius. I'm gonna end up dog boning those anyway, so it doesn't really matter. No, wait, and there we go. Start surface. That looks kind of right. It's about roughly the right dimensions. So I can start drawing around it. Let's call it cap. Nice and easy. Oh goodness. Okay, I need a big carrier. How big around is this guy? 48 mils. Okay, so I'm gonna do a base plane, and we're gonna offset it from the top plane the other way. Oh, I have to make it at least. I have to make it at least that height, so I need to be like 20. I need to flip the offset. Okay. Yeah, how tall is it? Did I make this part? 15. Okay, yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Do a revolved boss. Oh, you know what? I don't even need. No, I can just skip out on that entirely. I can do a features front plane. Let's do this guy. Let's do this way. And then I can always loft it up and around it when I want to make that. So we do. I just want to be vertical. And I think this guy wants to be 48 on the outside. Oh, that's more space than I thought. And then we got in here, I want extrude threads, and this is, what diameter is that? Hang on, that's supposed to be a cylindrical face. Why you do this? Okay, let's come back up before this. Oh, I see. I care about the OD of this thread. That's what I care about. 42 millimeters on the OD. So 42 over here. We'll bring this, make this guy 20 mil thick, and give myself 15 mil lead. That's reasonable. And where's my feature menu? Oh, I'm still in the sketch. Oops. Blind, and it's going to ask me to revert or merge, and I don't want to do that. Shouldn't have done that. That's probably not the way to go about that. I think it would make more sense actually to cut it out, so I will delete that, and I will use the plane. Because if I do it that way, then I risk filling in that space, and it makes it a pain later. So go 20, flip offset, okay. Sketch. Oops, I accidentally did 3D sketch. So over here, we want this guy to be 48 millimeters in diameter. Looks good to me. Okay. How about 3 millimeters offset, maybe? Oh god, I have no idea. Oh, and I'm doing this different than how I wanted to do it, but I think that's fine. I'm just gonna have this be upside down, but hang on. If I reverse this, reverse the direction of this, is it gonna fix everything? Nope, it doesn't. Okay, I'm not gonna do that way then. Extrude boss. So we will convert this sketch, and then we will copy all of it and offset it by, I don't know, 3 mil, 3.2, just so we're, actually let's constructionize that, and then make this sort of a, oh, no, actually, I'd probably get rid of all of these ones a little. Nope, okay, wipe everything. Wipe everything, start from scratch, including you. You don't get to stay plain. Come up and out. Oh, I made that. No, that's not great. I'm gonna. So I can go to this guy and I can bring this up a little bit. But that doesn't center that. Okay, so I need to make this point vertical with this, so that I get always symmetry, but I can make this as thick as I like. So then I can keep this guy also 3.2. Text one more group of people. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. So we're gonna, oh, whoops, not a revolve, extrude. We're gonna come up, say, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna do an offset from surface. It'll be for this guy. It'll be reverse offset. 0.2. Give me what I want. Yep, but it combines it. So I need to reverse the offset. Oh. Yeah. How's that look? Oh. Do not merge. And now, a lot from here. Whoop, not up to there. To here. Oh. Probably fill around the edges of this guy first. Yeah, we'll do 3.2 to keep some consistency. And we'll loft up to this guy. That looks alright. think I want it to be, there we go, start and end. Normal profile and normal or not curvature to face, normal profile. Yeah, okay, now I can combine. I said combine. Oh, what? Oh, it combined bodies, whoops. Merge, but do not auto-select. I only want to merge with that guy. Then I still have two bodies that I can subtract. Main body and then the secondary body. Then I can go extruded cut. We'll just leave this as a centerline one, because why not? This guy is like 30. That seems right. Up to next. You'll probably go too far. Yeah, okay. I really need this to be kind of a swing cut thing through. Oh, and it can't be that thick either. I just realized that. Whoops. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of this cut extrude, keep this sketch. I'm gonna make this plane 35 off, tweak this sketch, and then I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna look extra wacky. So then I can go over here and revolve it around that line. Whoops. Okay, it doesn't like that. Come on, give me a line. There we go, okay. So now I can trim off these guys, and it'll complain that I'm deleting the slot, and I'll say, I don't care! He's gonna get himself a crab is what he's gonna do. Okay, this line is being a little frustrating. Oh goodness, these are all unconstrained, I forgot. That's the annoying thing about slots, is they don't give themselves any constraints after they're done, so if you want to do something stupid with them, you gotta kind of accept that they're gonna be a little stupid. Now I can make that guy collinear, use this guy as the revolve line, and revolve. Boink. Whoops. That was supposed to be a revolve cut. This is a revolution. Okay, that is too far down, but that's okay. I can adjust where... I can't just detach that line, but what I can do is I can make this line equal to my maximum desired depth, which is going to be 15 plus like 10-ish, so 25? Ooh. Oh, it's because it's something that intersects the center line. How rude. Okay. Okay, I don't want collinear. I want you to come down here. I don't want you dudes. God. This is just going to be a pain, isn't it? Okay, I'm not going to do the revolve because the revolve's a pain. I'm just going to make it a regular extruded cut, and then I'm going to use some offsets from surface. Oh, because I have to see the surface, so I'd have to... Okay, now I can do an offset cut from surface. Offset from surface. This guy. I want to come down 10 millimeters from him. And it didn't do that. Reverse offset. Nice. 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 Let's see if I can make this fillet be nice, because I bet it won't be. I bet it'll just be horrible. Yep, Failed. Okay. Does that work? Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay. Garbage. This guy, I'll bring it up to like 10. Now the question is, how thick is my thumb and can I get a finger in there? That should be... Oh man, that's just really shy of being able to actually... Okay. Oh. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, I need to make you not these. This is going to be extra stupid. Okay, parallel. Now we can just wang this around. And that is why you use relative constraints. So that your part is in the right orientation when you hit Control 7. I think I had this set to preserve edge. Keep features. Keep edge or keep surface? Let's go with keep edge. Can you put it like 15? Nah. What 12? Keep surface. Edge. Default. Weird. Let me go back to 10. It seems to play nicer. But before I do that, if I go to the cut and I delete face these guys. What do you mean can't be? No, come on. Cannot be patched due to geometry condition? No! That's unfortunate. I suppose I could make a stupid dumb thing. Just do this extended. I'm gonna do this kind of a dumb way. We're gonna take these three, we're gonna convert them. We're gonna say, okay. We're just gonna hope that those don't change later. Because if they do, it'll be a pain. So now, how's that fillet looking? That looks... Oh, that looks almost not terrible. So now we're going to do a revolved cut. And, oops, not extrude. Revolved cut. The front plane. With a single line down the center here. I'm going to come... Oh, that's right. No, I can just... I can make this just exactly only as big as it needs to be. And this guy will come out to 15.5, 15.6 because I'm working in intervals of 0.2. And this guy has to be 42. You know what? I almost want to make this a little taller. I think what I'll do is... Can I... Yeah, okay, there we go. Jarl baller. You have to make that coincident and make that... I think I can just make this tangent. Or no, that... oh, yeah, okay. So I need to control this. 3 mils. Just gonna wing it. Okay, what next? That seems pretty reasonable. Yep. Okay, and that gives me a little thread surface to bring up and just come and squish down everything in the middle. And this guy can even be a little more. Let's try 15. And then a quick cross-section view from the wrong side. It's very rude of you to do that. Give me the wrong side cross-section. Let's... Oops. Oh, that's really tight, isn't it? I don't like that. This is really close. And there it's only... Ooh, 1.4 millimeters is much too small. Okay, let's bring this back to 13. And that gives me... 15? Or no, hang on. Whoops, I selected the plane. I need to hide that. 3.4. That's respectable. If I look at it from the side, that should give me a good idea too. I realize I made kind of a toilet structure here, and there's really not a way around that. It's just nothing to be done. Not a fan of that sharp internal corner. Especially because it's going to be... Okay, here's what I'll do. I will extrude cut. Let's pick this plane. I'm going to do this the real dumb way. We'll make this tangent, and we'll make it 3mm. 2 mils. That seems pretty reasonable. And then we won't cut extrude it, but we will. Why can't I sweep cut that? Oh, it's a sketch. Swept cut. Sketch profile. I want this guy, and I want. Or just auto. Okay, I won't auto complete that pass. So I need the selection manager. Nope. Oh, hang on. No, there it is. Tangent. Lovely. Okay. So now I should get a nice relief in there. Not perfect, not terrible. Let's look at it from the side view. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And I think, so we've got roughly 3mm of material, so I could probably do that a second time. I could probably just tweak this sketch to be here-ish. So we're going to make these two the same. We're going to make this guy tangent with this line. Coincident with this point. And now, will it sweep me 2 cuts at the same time? Yes, it will. Alright. Not bad. Okay, before I did this cut extrude. Whoops. Oh, hang on. Do the cut extrude before the fillet, or the fillet before the cut extrude, and then I want to come up here and chamfer that, I think. Just a nice fat chamfer in there to make that look nice. But it's complaining about something. What is it complaining about? What? It's not a fillet, though. What are you on about? It's not a fillet. 2mm? Okay. It'll give me 2 mils. That's fine. I can come down the rest of the way. Nice toilet. Yes, it is. It is considerably toilet-shaped. There's not really a way around that. I mean, there is a way around that, and that's don't design things that look like toilets. But we don't live in a world where we get to not design toilets. I almost want to like put a little chamfer kind of on this guy. I'm really not sure about that. And I'm already not sure if this is going to hang in there or if I'm going to have to come up with some other method to keep it constrained. Because this shape, if we go all the way back to the start here, this shape is roughly what the hot end holder looks like. And I'm really just not sure. Oh, rubbish. Are these tangent? Will it tell me if they're tangent? It tells me they intersect, but not if they're tangent. Oh. Oh, that's wrong. That's super wrong. Hang on. Okay, I don't want it. Whoops, no. Okay, what I'll do is I think I can put a point on this, and I can make it intersect this guy. I can pierce it. That way. Pierce. That way it should, according to Too Tall Toby, also break. It will also not do what I want it to do. How very rude. Although I think if I just, like, tell this to... toilet butt. Yeah, you're correct. I did say toilet butt, and that is my failure. Okay, clear selection, and we're going to open group this guy. So we can just collect these. Oh, no, need the selection manager again. And then boink. And clear. And so that radius sweep operation failed to complete. Very rude of it to do that. So I think what I'll do instead is I will come up, I'll leave that sketch there, but I'll do a 3D sketch. Because I can always, I can convert these guys, and then I can trim these ones in the middle here. And then I can exit the 3D sketch, move this guy past, and then I'm going to tweak this sketch so that instead of being coincident with that point, it's just... Okay, so we're tangent there, but I want to be coincident with that point. That's what I want. And then... Okay, that's the point. And then we'll see if I can't sweep cut that. With these two, and then this. Whoops, is that going to work too? So you want these as well. Sweep operation failed to complete. How very rude. I really don't want to leave that stupid sharp corner there. Hang on, wait. What if I delete that? Can I just delete this face and will it work? It won't work. Of course it won't. Okay, I'm gonna do this the complicated way then. Not the complicated way, I'm gonna... it is going to be a lid for... I'll show you the other part. So I've got this guy, which is sort of a big, chunky container for holding... I guess I'll have the file open somewhere. Goodness. Nope, I haven't opened it yet, so I gotta go open the file. Original iron. We want to open this guy. So, got a TS100 soldering iron. Show it with lines. This isn't a perfect model, but it's good enough. It's got the... I'll hide the body for a sec. It's got the tip modeled well enough. I've taken measurements on my own, and I've taken measurements on my own version of this as well. And then those fit as two pieces into this, and I can carry both a hex key right there for the hex key that holds the tips in, and then I've got... turn my volume down a little. And then I've got the... I can bring this back to the start. Roughly this shape is what the soldering iron tip holder has, and it's got a pocket in here with a little metal stand that I just haven't bothered to model, and a sponge spot in there. And I want to be able to carry those with me too, because it seems like maybe a good idea. That's pretty much it. And then, so we can come back to this. And right here, so I don't need that 3D sketch. I can... I'm just going to do this kind of the messy way. I'll convert this guy. Trim... Did that get rid of both of them? It did. That's super inconvenient of it to do that. Okay, there we go. Trimmed just the right way. And then I'll bring a line, tangent line up to kind of vertically. And we'll bring this guy back here. And if we make that vertical, so I don't need that point there anymore. I don't need that point, but what I can do now is I can get rid of all these extraneous constraints. Trim that guy off, get rid of the neatest point in there. Oh, my printer just finished with the print. How nice. I get to do that. Oh, I don't want to delete the sketch endpoint though. I want to delete just the sketch. I just want to get rid of that little guy. Just, oh my god. Okay, hang on. Oh, I've got filters on. Clears all filters. But I do want to select not only edges, but... Okay, why? Something is wrong with my selection filters because they're not letting me... It's selecting only the edges, and I really would rather it didn't do that. Selects all selection filters. Why, you know... Okay, I'm going to remove the tangent constraint and see if I can't adjust this a little bit so that... There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. The selection filters are driving me nuts. Oh, it's the coincident mark. There we go. Nope. Still not doing it. Still just not cooperating. I'm just gonna wipe it. So we're gonna bring it around town. Gonna come up here. I think the better way to do this is with a collinear. Well, no, I should do this with. So there's this neat trick where if you make a point intersect a line, it'll follow that around when you sweep. Sounds like someone peeing. Oh, that was. Hang on, maybe that's my printer. I'm not exactly sure what audio is coming through. I'm pretty sure it's not the 3D printer fan, but there was music playing for a little while. It also just finished, so I need to go pick another album. Bajillion freaking albums. Transitions, that's a good album. Okay, so now I've got my point, and I can make it pierce. And we can make that guy right there. We can make that one and also pierce. Hang on, why are you not constrained? Oh, because that's a new one, so I have to make that equal. Cool, okay, so that shape will now, hopefully, fingers crossed, sweep exactly as I want it to do. Oh, whoops, I gotta make it, there we go, okay. Yes! Crap. Phooey. Just trying to figure out if I care enough to fix that. Let's try a different path, maybe? Group selections. Let's do this side instead. Oh my goodness, it's just being so fidgety. Which, I mean, makes sense. This is a pain of a sweep operation. Oh, fish tank. You know, it must be the fan because I just turned that off. The fan is whiny and I really need to replace it. Okay. I cannot make this sweep nice, and that's kind of frustrating. What if I got rid of this fillet? And it'll complain about that for a bit. But if I went and did this, should make the fillet slightly more consistent with what I expect it to do. Okay, and that'll probably break some things, namely this guy. I gotta wipe all that. Convert entities. Should cut right through. Hey, sweep works. Nice. Yeah. Gurgling is only when I talk. Am I underwater? No. I can move the mic closer to my face, though. It's possible that I just didn't have my volume up enough. Yeah, I didn't do any audio checks beforehand, so there's a considerable chance that I have funkiness in my audio that I just didn't bother to resolve. Okay, now the question is, how do I feel about this cross-section? And the answer is kind of sketchy, but I don't really have a choice. Because any cross-section like this, whoops, I goofed my cross-section selection. Any cross-section like this is just going to be kind of rubbish. I think maybe I can shrink these a little bit. So we'll go like 1.6. I want to know how big this guy is, or how distant he is. 3 millimeters. I think that's enough meat on the outside. It's not perfect. Oh, here. We can come down here. I think this geometry looks like mostly good enough. There's certainly the possibility that the cap will just be loose in there, and that'll be frustrating, but solvable, I think. Not really sure how to solve it yet either, so. Let's just, oh, I keep leaving this freaking plane out. Never leave your planes unhidden because it just looks rubbish. Thread. We'll pop it right here. And this is going to be a metric tap because we want to extrude an M42. I think nominally it was supposed to be a 3 mil, but since I'm doing triple start, I'm going to triple the pitch. Multiple start, 3, trim with start and end face. And then I need to offset myself back 3 millimeters. I think I want that way. And then I want to go up to selection to come up to here. And that way, it will trim them all right where I want them to be. Use cut, what? What do you mean unable to extrude thread on cylindrical surface? Can't. Use cut thread instead. What? But I have to oh wait. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to extrude thread into like preoccupied volume, which is why that doesn't work. Which means what I need to do is I need to mirror the profile. And that, fingers crossed. Yeah, nice. Crap. I don't know how to fix that yet. I mean, I suppose I could just make it only go 15 millimeters, but that'd be lazy. Just that's what I'm gonna do. 20 millimeters? I think that'll bring me up to right up inside of this, which is what I want. Looks like it's beneath that surface too, so we'll take a peek, and if we still have a face in here, then that means, oh, perfect. Just exactly as much as I need, and no more. So now I can cross-section on the front, take a look at my threads. They look good. They look real good. Oh goodness, this is weird. You know what? I'm not sure I care enough to fix that. Oh, that looks really kind of janky, and I'm worried that it's actually janky. So I think I need to bring this up maybe a little more. If that's where the thread extrude ends. Oh yeah, it is right where the thread extrude ends. Okay, I need to come up like 2 more millimeters. I need to make sure that I'm not chopping any bits off. Looks like I am no longer doing that. So we'll extrude that. That looks good to me. I look like I don't care enough to continue making that nicer. All sorts of non-uniform silliness in there. So now we'll come down to the bottom and do some entry chamfers. So I will, no, wait, offset face first. So this step is important because I need just a little offset on, oh, that's gonna break horribly. This needs to be only 0.1. All of these faces need to be offset a little bit, and it's just garbage to look at on the stream, and I'm sure it'll be almost impossible to look at. And I want to offset these all inwards so that why does it keep telling me that the faces cannot be patched? I don't care. Shut up. Go away. Okay. I need to make sure that that move face actually moved the right faces. Yeah, okay. All 3 of those popped back, which is great. That's exactly what I want. And now I can come... Now I can do the extruded cut right on this surface And I'll go... I think what I wanted to do was I try to leave it a little bit outside of the... I try to leave it a little bit outside of the outermost face so that I always get a good trim on it. And I can do exit that, and then we'll do a 45 draft trim. Blind, it only needs to come in like 5 millimeters roughly, because otherwise I'll start cutting into the... You know, I almost want a little more draft on that. Let's do 30 instead. Yeah, that looks better. Looks a lot better. I think this is almost good enough to print. I'm a little uncertain about sort of this. If I view from the left face, and then I rotate it, it'll be printed in kind of this orientation with this as the bottom. And this has me a little skeeved out that maybe it's not going to print right, but I've got some significantly improved printing settings for things. I've got some significantly improved printing settings for supports that'll make it not a pain to remove in here, because otherwise it would be, because this is just sort of a nightmare for printing threads, printing them sideways. Unless you're printing exterior threads, then it works really nicely. Yeah, okay, I think we're actually... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come over here, give myself a quick peek at the right side trim, ask myself, how did I get here? Okay, we got 3 mils, so I'm going to cut like 2 mil off the edge of this. And I'm going to do that with a right plane trim. I'm going to make my triangle first before I attach it to anything. And then I can come over here and do 2 mils. Make those coincident. I'm using a whole bunch of hotkeys, by the way, which is why it doesn't look like anything's happening and stuff just snaps together. It's because wherever possible, I try to use hotkeys. So we're going to do a selection manager. I'm going to tell it to only do these ones. And I bet it's going to make fun of me and just do that instead. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? Okay, that's rubbish. So here's what I'm going to do instead of that. Is I'm going to not do a cut sweep. I'm going to do this a different, weird, awful way. And I'm just going to extrude a cut on the top. Whoops, wrong plane. Sketch on this guy. Convert. Then offset. 2 mils. Whoops, forgot to set the offset right. You have to click base geometry so that it doesn't leave this stuff as geometry for the operation, which can make your life a living hell if you're not paying close attention. So then we'll do collinear, so that lines right up. And then we can exit sketch, and I think I should be able to give that 45 draft. Whoops, forgot to flip side to cut. Flip side to cut. And then we'll get a nice outer edge trim around the edge of that, which looks really nice. Yeah. Yes, dude, that is cool. That looks really nice. Is this part good enough to print? I kind of want to just wang it out and like see what happens. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Oh, you know what? I do have... Hang on. So I just printed an alternate version of... So this piece, I have... Not this piece, but this guy over here. I have an alternate configuration carrier configurations, a test fixture that prints just this bit, and that print just finished, so I'm going to check some dimensions on that. Because I'm kind of curious now. Oh, come on. Doesn't want to get off the bed. Just like me every morning, doesn't want to get out of bed. So, we've got... Oh, that's too tight. I'm so glad I printed that test fit. Actually, maybe it's just too tight because I got a sharp edge in there. No, actually, I think the whole part is just actually thicker than I expected it to be. 16.8 millimeters thick. How big did I model this to be? 16.5. Yeah, that's too small. That is genuinely smaller than the actual part. Phooey. Not great. So I gotta print that test fixture one more time. Oh, but I can also test the tips on it too. So that dimension I was just complaining about, I'll go back to the test fixture configuration. And it's having to fit. This distance between this surface, I can even show the, up here, this distance between this outer surface and this surface back here, this doesn't go all the way through, but I think, oh no, I even have this over here. Between this surface and this surface is, it's gonna show me, let's do maximum distance. Wow, that is all sorts of jacked up. I think I'm gonna have to do a sketch to show just exactly where this dimension is and where it's wrong. I need to make points. Points. 650. Why is this an IPS? Hang on. Here we go. Now we're milligrams. Yeah, so this guy's model says that distance is 16.5. I'm holding one in my hand right now, and I'm getting a dimension of 16.7. So not only was it never going to fit, it was never ever going to fit. Not even with my compensations. Not even with my compensation on... I've got a compensation step in here. This guy right here, this move face, is suppressed for some reason, and that's wrong. But it moves every outer surface out a little bit to try and compensate for fit issues, and I'm okay with it being a little loose in the container. That's just so jacked up. Super duper not what I wanted. The distance I'm getting in there is 13.4, which seems a little small, actually. This, on the physical thing, it's 12.8, which should be fine. Yeah, that distance is just too small. I think it's too small on my other one, too. It isn't. Wait, why is that distance not too small? Oh my goodness. There is some plottery afoot. This should be 13.4. Or 13.4. Yeah, okay. It had the adjustments. What is going on? All of my measurements are all sorts of out of whack now. It has me very unsettled. And I'm offsetting everything correctly. Should be about 11 millimeters apart. Before I do the move face, it should be about 11 millimeters apart on these two lines. And we're a little more than that, so maybe I can bring that in, but I don't know. Dimensions are suddenly wrong. Oh, hang on. No, they're right. I just can't read, apparently. But that still doesn't fit through, which means that other dimension is still definitely wrong. But I don't want to waste however much plastic it would take to print this full model completely, because that would, it's going to end up taking a couple of hours. Or not a couple of hours, but probably nearly a day for the full part. So let's, oh goodness. Can I remove the appearance? Yeah, there we go. I like that appearance much better. Let's make a new assembly and start putting this all together in one piece. Yes. I want to float this guy and probably do an origin mate with the line axes, and it buggers off to somewhere over here. And we can do the cap, and we'll probably, oh, this is going to be weird, kind of a weird mating situation. Do I have any convenient cylindrical faces? Not really. I should probably just align these with... Oh, that's weird. It won't even pretend that they're cylindrical. Wacky. You pretend that those two are cylindrical? It won't. Okay. So that means I gotta do something kind of funny here, and I'm gonna just mate the front planes. Actually, I don't want to do it to the assembly because that's a little messier. I'm gonna mate the front planes of the two parts and then the right planes of the two parts to get them on axis. Even though if I was less bad at this, I would just be putting an axis in there and using that. And we'll take a peek at... I have to look for aft. Yeah, I gotta look at the thread fitment over here. Oh, no, I have to do a cylindrical mate because otherwise I can't rotate it and do fit checks. No! Okay. I have... I think I can use that surface with this surface, and maybe I can make those cylindrically that way. Nope. Okay, you know what? I'm going to quit half-assing this, and I'm just going to put an axis in. Top plane and origin. Okay, why do you... I don't care about the rebuild faces. Please stop bothering me about that. There's just something wrong with this part file. And we'll go look at the cap. We'll do another axis. Also top plane origin. And then orient myself. Go look at the assembly. And then I think I need to turn on view axes. And then I can mate those together. Coincident. Yep. And there we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of wing this. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, I need to fix that. Over in the cap. Well, actually, you know what? Doing the move face over here is not a good practice because it removes material on my weaker side. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get rid of that move face there. And I'm going to come over to the carrier. And then before I cut those top cutouts up here, right before I do those, I'm going to do a move face offset on this whole shebang. And now everything is just totally unreadable. Alright, so now I can come over and look at how it adjusts it. It's going the wrong direction, so we'll flip direction. Now it shrinks it in, which is what I want. And then I can go back through the cutouts, and they all should come up just fine. The fillets might complain because they're a little bit finicky, but let's see. Can I make these bigger? Or are they gonna break? They broke earlier when I made them large, so. Yep, for the tip clearance. Always for the tip clearance. It's important to have tip clearance. So we got this guy. Reorient the file. Oh, hide the axes too. Don't leave axes just hanging out in your files because it looks bad. Okay. Save this as the capsule assembly. Capsule assembly.solid assembly. Real original naming schemes here. Only the most original names. That looks pretty reasonable. Because I'll be printing them off angle, they should come up nicely too. Okay. Is that going to be 90 degrees off? No, it's going to be about 90 degrees off. Let's go back and tweak the start location of this thread. Actually, it looked like it was... Hang on. Let me stick a pair of protractors up on my screen, or stick a protractor up on my screen and see how far off angle we are. So I want to bring it kind of 80 degrees. Yeah, let's change the start by about 80 degrees. And because I can't be bothered to figure out which direction I need to adjust it, I'm just going to adjust it. Oh, you know, I bet that's actually the right direction though. Actually, I'm almost certain that's the wrong direction. Really doesn't like these big threads. -80. These big thread features are complex numerically, and so they slow the whole model down when you add them, and it's just rubbish. But because I have to actually print these, it does matter. Hang on, wait. Why is that still in the same spot? I moved the threads though. Why are they... Oh, wait, because they're radially symmetric. Whoops, smart. Right plane, okay. I'm gonna watch kind of up in this crevice for when we get threads in the right spot. Whoops, no, I still want to view that, please. I want to get that kind of close to... Okay, so now we're on the right plane, and we know that this is the right socket, so I need to bring it back about 40 degrees. Or maybe... Hang on, no, I can just measure the angle between these. We need to bring it back 25 degrees. So that puts us at like -80, but we were wrong by... something like 55? This is a whole lot of guessing, and if I'm honest, having it be radially symmetric makes it super not easy. Okay. Hang on. Oh, can I just not have negative thread adjustments? Am I dumb? Oh, you can't have negative thread adjustments. So... Whoops. Okay. Fix that thread, this time with a positive thread adjustment, because you can't have negative thread location adjustments. And then we'll come over here. Those surfaces are about touching. Maybe I'll bring them a little off touching or thereabouts. Oh yeah, right there. Just barely touching. Oh yeah, we're so close to square too. Alright. That is what we are looking for. That's actually really good. I am pretty pleased with that. So instead we're going to do a... I just want to see how much clearance this leaves. Oh, wait, not maximum. Center to center, please. Normal distance 0.6, just as much as I want and no more. It's 10, or no, it's 8 p.m. now. Yeah, so I think that'll work. Now the other thing that I'm worried about is how am I going to make sure this doesn't fall out? You know what, I could just bring this whole surface up and I could delete these and I could bring this out, or instead design in, you know what, that seems like more fun. That's gonna be super, like, not a good amount of flexy. I've got the physical piece right here. There's a good chance that I'm gonna have to design this to be just super dumb. Because I can't, all of my good flexing axes are gonna be in this plane. I can only really flex in this plane. And the only way that I can capture the part is with flexures that go like this in here, or like this in here. And neither of those are very good. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Screw it. What's the worst that can happen? Narrator. Everything terrible could happen. So we're gonna sketch on the right plane. And I'm gonna make all of my geometry before I put it in place. So I can select this guy, and this guy, and have them be not symmetric, very rude. I'll have to just draw a line here. I need it to be not construction while I make the symmetric constraint, so that's where I need it to be, and then from there I can have it. This is just being all sorts of unfriendly to my desire to have it make sense. And I want to make this guy be only probably 0.2. That's not going to be enough. Let's go like 0.6. But is it going to keep a little bit of natural pressure on it? And I think maybe it won't. So now I'm going to have to think about this again and think, do I do this an extra stupid way? And I think the answer is still yes. I'm gonna, yeah, okay, I'll wipe at least the top half of this out, and probably also this guy. And that leaves me just my sort of symmetrical latching surface here. And I'm gonna do, oh goodness, if this works, it's gonna be just riotously awful. I'm gonna bring this, okay. I need to have that surface there so that I can orient to it. And we'll do a pierce on that constraint. I don't want to be make these two concentric, so they're, nope, crap. Forgot to constrain this up here because otherwise it'll just jump off into infinity and you'll never find it again, which is quite rude. We can go concentric, and that's nice and... Oh, that's awful. Okay, let's come down to the side here where I can actually look at things. What is that? Oh, that's coincident with... Ugh, I don't want that. I think I want that guy kind of like that. And then he'll come back like here. And I only want maybe 0.2 of interference over that length, and then we'll go a little more than that, 0.4. Actually, how much is 0.4 of interference? 0.4 is not a lot of interference, he said, checking the calipers in his hand. So instead we're going to do about 0.6, and then this guy's also going to be about 1.2-ish, or maybe 0.8-ish. What I'll do is so that removes the ambiguity on the location of that. Oh, wait, can I bring this guy down to here? Just make it coincident with that. Merge. Yeah, there we go. And if I make that coincident, then it'll be right where I want it to be. And then I can come back here and make this length 10 millimeters. Something to make the fillets in here play nice. Or maybe even probably 15 millimeters. And we can do an extruded boss. And what is going on here? Did a thin feature. I forgot to close my sketch. Boink. That's all we needed. Okay, now we gotta close the sketch. Now we can extrude. We'll do a mid plane of about probably 10 or 15. 15 seems pretty reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. They're looking nice. Make those look nice. 5 is probably too big. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Yeah, 3 is alright. And then I'm thinking maybe I want to add just a little bit of extra something there for stiffness over the top. Yeah, I will. Let's do... I have this cool vision in my head of a thing that'll make sense in about 30 seconds when I finish drawing it. I'll come down like this, kind of like this. This guy will come over here, and one of these. I'll come up like this, up here. So this guy will be horizontal here. I'll make that, pierce that. And we can make this Alt-C vertical. Control the thickness of our reinforcing rib. Maybe it only needs to be a millimeter. 2. We'll make it 2 millimeters. Concentric. And that buggered off in a low Earth orbit. Please don't do that. Oh, can I make that on surface? Oh, okay, so I gotta make this guy co-radial. There we go. Rad. Super rad. Okay. Still kind of janky. Still kind of de-janking it. Merge so that those are sensible. Oh, it's tangent. I don't want it to be tangent. That's why it's all janky. Okay, so I can make these two equal curve length. And I can make these guys tangent. And I can make the I gotta add a separate angle here so that I can make this guy tangent to get this one. I'm out of music. I just realized I'm out of music. Give me a sec. What else have I got? Time to just kind of randomly scrub through my library and look for something. Goodness. Not a lot of good, handy background music, it would seem. Oh, here we go. Seth Jason Kara. Maybe not good background music, but I enjoy it, so you gotta deal with what I want to listen to. 45. I almost want to control this angle down here too. And that's how I want to do this one, so that way I get exactly the constraint that I want. And I want this down here to be always like 15 degrees. And then I want this to be 30. So I can make it a little longer if I want. And those are way too long. And then I think the way that I'll define this is sort of a length overall on these guys. And I want like a 40mm long reinforcing segment. And that way I always have the angle that I want, just exactly where I want it. And then when I come out here and I tell it to provide me with a surface, it does it in the wrong direction, as is tradition. And I get a really neat looking... Hang on, did I not control it over on this side? No, it's controlled, it's just... Yeah, shorten it up a little bit. And that looks really nice. And if I drag this fillet down below here, I can make the same fillet operation. Do the whole piece. And maybe even, it's kind of bad practice to leave a sharp angle there, so we'll fix those. Oh, no, that one's smooth. Okay. Works for me. But that looks, I think, sick as hell. And it should be pretty printable, too. Rather uniquely for most of my prints. But it should prevent this whole piece from snapping off, which is what I'm mostly concerned about. And it'll hold the print in place, and it'll only have to bend back just a hair, really. I should probably leave that a little thicker. I'll just leave it at 0.8, and it'll just be what it is. I think this is probably good enough to print, which is unfortunate and sad for you, because it means that it's the end of the stream, sadly. But at the very least, I still have to slice it and everything, so... oh, I still have this section of the component on. I want to see how our interface is. Interface looks good, and we are still pretty dang square. The angle between these two is only... Huh. Should tell me an angle. Why you not tell me angle? 0.09 degrees. Okay. Seems like we kind of nailed it on this one. That's rather unusual. Can I... Yeah, wow, that's almost perfect. Like, it's probably perfect right there. So if I reslice this and ask it again, it's still probably going to be less than a degree. Yeah, 0.31 degrees. This will be perfect. I'll cap it just right. I think all that's left really is to print this guy. So let's take a last look at our cross sections. That's garbage over there, but that's whatever. Oh, I was gonna check the tip clearance in the new fitment piece. That doesn't fit at all. That's rubbish. Yeah, way to go. Design something that just doesn't fit. Find my pocket knife. Let's see if I can't. Because now I'm worried. Because, like, what if this is indicative of the actual final print, and I cut off the only. Oh, goodness. I should probably just print another test print, just to be sure. But I really want to at least try and get some valuable information out of this one, this test print that I've done. I don't think it's even fitting through just at all. Yeah, 5.4 millimeters. Actual tip diameter, 5.5 millimeters. I think I just pulled a whoopsie there. Because in model, those dimensions are supposed to be down in here, 6.3. Yeah, I think I just goofed something when I printed the cap. Which isn't great, but kind of willing to accept that. I'm gonna make those as perpendicular because I'm lazy. Perpendicular. Oh, those faces are almost spot on. And it's not loose anymore. I think this is almost as good as we're going to get on this part, so I think... See you around. Have fun, use soap, and so on and so forth. I think... hang on, how much stream lag do I have? Oh, goodness. It's possible that I have many minutes of stream lag. I've got no encoding lag and tons of stream lag. Which is very rude of it to do that. Oh no, so I'm looking at the stream as what YouTube you're broadcasting to me, and it seems like it's about 10-15 seconds. You know what, eventually I just have to print it, so we're just gonna do that. So we gotta save our STLs, get the cap. I choose to believe that my final fixture is gonna be good enough. Oh, that's just a floating rebuild error, okay. It's trapped in time and space. I can always put foam in the bottom of these or something to keep everything all nice and square. So we're gonna save this guy out as an STL. And then come over to Kira, zoom out a little. I got OBS over in the corner getting in the way of my streaming, or in the way of my project management, which is slightly silly. Get the cap and the carrier. I want to put them in my software. Let me put them in my software. Pop that guy upright. And that guy's as upright as he's going to get. So we'll... slide him over a little bit. Oh my goodness, this. Scroll down and zoom out? Wait, is that how it is in SolidWorks too? No, scroll down and zoom in. Scrolling is backwards. Scrolling is backwards in Cura. This is terrible. Oh, invert the direction of camera zoom. It's like it should be. Glorious. Zoom speed is also way too high. I wonder if I can make that not awful. I don't think so. Apparently it thinks these are super complicated parts. Which, it's only 3 megabytes. It's not that bad for, like, STL heaviness. Do a quick check on Task Manager here. Let's get that out of the way. I would expect it to be using more, but it's not, which is rude. Oops. Is scroll down to zoom in? Yeah, okay. It's just faster, which is why it throws me off. Oh goodness, those are rather heavy. I'm going to tweak the supports a little bit and give myself a little bit less support. Because that is kind of minimizing how much effort I have to go to tweak supports and remove them later is super important. Is everyone finally gone? I'm finally on my own. How nice. Turn the music up a little bit so you guys can hear it better. Well, not quite up so much. I think it's just super does not like the threads, the thread forms, because I imagine those are probably kind of complicated. If I come back to the thread profile, that's 0.4 millimeters across. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of tricky, I think, on the printer. So if we go to minimum distance here between the threads, 0.37, that should come out just because it's so huge, but Cura definitely will not like it. And I almost want to put a little more infill in there, but maybe it's fine as it is. Let's come down and look at... So right in here, where we've got layer after layer with the outermost piece being kinda out in free space, that's gonna be really interesting. I'm a little worried about that. But not super worried. I think it'll probably come out fine. I love this album so much. It's just a great album. You know what? I can't actually hack the inverted camera zoom because I expect it to work one way in Cure and expect it to work a different way in Solidworks. Force of habit, I guess. Oh, that's really neat. That kind of gyrating surface as it makes the threads. Wacky. Well, I think... Oh, it's just gonna spit garbage into the threads. Can I get rid of that with... I want to go back to preview and see if I can't change that, if that changes it to like, if 62 makes it so that I don't get any in the threads. I think it's a 60-degree thread profile, so if I change it even to 61, we should be good. Because I really don't want to have any material in the threads if I can avoid it. Otherwise, it's just rubbish. But it's showing supports where I want it, and it's got, well, yeah, in there too, which isn't ideal. I think in a perfect world, I would do without any of that. But some of it is certainly needed. And I don't have an M42 tap laying around. An M42 by 9 triple threaded tap would be rather screwy. And we watch Cura use like one thread. Yeah, there it is, using 4-ish%. So it's using, yeah, a thread or two. Not ideal. The other thing to watch out for is, in a perfect world, I could chamfer this somehow or make it sort of a sharp edge so it prints better. But I want it to be smooth on the back, so... Oh, and the square shape will help make it easy to take off too. That'll be nice. Although that's really more an incidental gain. I was thinking about doing some really nice knurling on this one, and it just kind of didn't pan out because of the square shape. It'd be much too difficult to add the knurling that I wanted to add. Processing layers, crunching, Cure gets all slow. Okay. So we want to shift, come down, come look at these first few layers. They'll print a little funky, but I bet they'll sand up nice or something, or I'll find a way to make them not garbage. Since it looks like we have at least a couple of millimeters, or maybe a millimeter or two of thickness on the top and bottom, which will be plenty. Come all the way up. Whoops. Undo. Awesome. Now I have to reslice because I moved him. Phooey. Iron capsule. That's what I'll call it. Waiting to slice, waiting to slice. I think we're really almost as good as we're gonna get for this, because I can't really think of any more improvements I want to make. And 126 grams is, we've got like 300 plus on the spool still, so we can probably do 3 prototypes of this, which is plenty. I wanted to print some for friends too. sleepy Sunday night Solidworks stream. Oh, that's all sorts of crunchy. Probably even comes through on the stream too, how that's all sorts of stuttery. This is going to be a big G-code file for sure. If only for these curves down here. Do we not? Oh, we do get a little bit of clearance volume. Whoops, wrong key. Just rocket the rest of the way up. Okay, I think this part, or these parts rather, are good enough to just kind of wing it and see what happens on the other side. That support in there is kind of useless, but I don't feel like telling it to not exist, so it's gonna exist. It's just gonna print its heart out. It's not gonna do anything useful. Just like me. Okay, so we are not the iron capsule. What did I call it? What did I call the assembly? Capsule assembly. So I'll call it the capsule assembly. And then I can also save the project as a 3MF. Or wait, capsule assembly. Then I can save the project as a 3MF in case I want to come back to this and reslice it with different settings later. Which it turns out super duper important. So now we can bring up the printer. We'll do this as 2 windows. Or maybe 3 windows. By webcam. And oh, whoops, I need to save the file. We can open folder. Bring this down here. And bring up the action stream and this guy. Bring up the Octopi interface. Oh, might even. No, it's not connected yet. Okay. Oh. Set for PI. Scrub this over a little. I think by default I'm set for like 15 hours. Or for 12 hours of history, which isn't going to be enough today. Or I'm set for 10 hours or 12 hours, and this print's going to go for like 15, so. This, wow, 70 megabytes of G-code. I'll put it into tools, I think. Capsule assembly. And then the arc welder will take care of making that less garbage. Hopefully. 3.0 ratio. I'm gonna end up saving a whole bunch of space. Yeah. Arc welder, magnificent, magnificent plugin. It'll take your big pile of G0, G1 moves and turn them into G2, G3 moves if you've got lots of cylindrical surfaces. So it'll do arcs for you. I think in a perfect world we could also have splines interpolated in Bezier cubics interpolated in Marlin, but that's probably way beyond. Like, I could not implement that, certainly, and I wouldn't want to force anyone writing C to do it. Although, who knows? Maybe they'd enjoy it. Goodness, only halfway through the file. We're up to 3.5 compression ratio. Hells yeah. Just waiting for this to run. It's worth it though. Saves so much time streaming G-code. Almost 75% compression. Holy shit. Actually magic. So we're loaded up. We can go check the first layer. Zoom in. So we're going to come up probably to here-ish. And what I want to do is, so that's a curve, that's probably a curve, and then over here, these are way too smooth to not be curves. So it's really gone all out in turning stuff into curves, which is just super duper. And I am definitely a fan of that. Yeah, I think we're probably good to print. That looks good all the way through. How many? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I got 5 layers. So a millimeter on the top. Not amazing, but I don't really need a whole bunch of strength, I think, so it should be just fine. I'm gonna, how long does it say? 15 hours? It'd be running overnight. It would be done. So it's you know what? Now plus 15.25 hours. It's so much easier to just ask Wolfram Alpha. Noon tomorrow. Okay. If I wait to start it until I leave for work tomorrow morning, or when I wake up tomorrow morning, then it'll be done in the evening, and I get to sleep good tonight. So I think I'm just gonna wait on this one. I'm pretty stoked though. This is gonna be super rad. Or I could print just the cap right now, but I'd rather do it all in one go. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna send it. Or no, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to send it, so I'm not gonna start the print yet. That would suck a lot. Just for the sake of amusement. This is why Octoprint is the greatest thing. Oh, that doesn't sound super great. Please don't do that. Yeah. Home your beds before you move stuff. Otherwise it makes horrible janky noises. Who's messaging me? Yeah, but being able to click buttons and have your printer move, and being able to directly terminal enter stuff into, like, I can do a G2 J-40. Whoops. Oh, control enter? Shift enter? Yeah, shift enter. G2 J-80? Maybe 60. I think you're gonna have 60. Still got some funky stuttering going on. I think I just need to get a better control board. Alright, I can't think of anything else fun to show, so I think I'm gonna have to call it for tonight. Thank my 2 people who showed up to watch this. I hope you enjoyed some part of it. I'll probably try and do this more often, but it's not. I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna make a living streaming, and I don't think there's enough of an audience to make a living streaming Solidworks instructional or sort of chill out streams, so fairly unlikely that I'll keep doing this long term, but I will try and do them maybe every Sunday evening or so, just as a way to entertain myself. So thanks for showing up. Bye.